Shabbat Shalom. It's great to have all of y'all with us tonight. It's wonderful to see so many people here tonight. We have a beautiful Shabbat and a wonderful Benot Mitzvah. And we're going to begin our service now as Kenner Goldman begins, as we thank God for the opportunity to come together. Hinei Ma Tov. So Mazel Tov again to all our families. And first I'd like to call our very proud moms, Lindsay and Nicole, to come up with all our other female relatives to present candlesticks to their daughters and help us with the blessings for the Shabbat candles. And everyone else, please rise.
Our God and God of our ancestors, may the rays of these Shabbat candles cast their glow upon the earth and bring the radiance of your light to all your creatures. Bless our daughters with your love and our homes with the spirit of Shabbat. Amen.
You may be seated. And I invite you now to open up your prayer books, and we turn to page 5 as we welcome the angels of peace with the words of Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hasharet.
Shalom Aleichem, Malchei Hasharet, Malchei HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Borachem Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei
Let's turn now to page 13. Sing to Adonai a new song. Sing to Adonai all the earth. Shir el Adonai, Shir Chadash.
שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, ובשרו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בשרו מיום ליום ישועתו. ספרו בגויים כבודו, בכל העמים נפלאותיו, כי גדול אדוני ומהולל מאוד, נורו על כל אלוהים. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בשרו מיום ליום ישועתו. כי כל אלוהי העמים כלילים, אדוני שמיים עשה, עוד גדול לפניו. עוז ותפארת במקדשו, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בשרו מיום ליום ישועתו.
Easy words.
יאללה לילה יאללה לילה, יאללה לילה יאללה לילה, יאללה לילה יאללה לילה, יאללה לילה יאללה לילה. שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, בשרו מיום ליום ישועתו. שירו לאדוני, שירו לאדוני.
And let's turn now to the next page. Yismchu Hashemayim V'Tagel Haaretz, page 14.
השמיים, השמיים, יצורכו השמיים, השמיים, יצורכו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. יצורכו השמיים, ישמחו בהשמים, יצורכו בחשאים, ותגל הארץ. יירם הים, יירם הים, יירם הים ומלוא. יירם הים, יירם הים, יירם הים ומלוא. ישמחו השמיים, ישמחו בהשמיים, ישמחו השמיים, ותגל הארץ. Bottom of page 20. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. כי קדוש אדוני אלוהינו רוממו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו. רוממו אדוני אלוהינו וישתחוו להר קודשו.
And now we turn to page 23 as we welcome the Sabbath bride with the words Lachado di Likrat Kala Pnei Shabbat Nekabelah. please take a moment and welcome those around you, especially someone you don't know, with the Shabbat Shalom. And now I invite all those reciting Kaddish, all those in mourning, to remain standing for the words of the mourner's Kaddish, which is found in our prayer book on page 30. Yitzgadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, v'alma divrach yirteh v'almik malchuteh, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayed dekol beit Yisrael, v'agalav v'zman kari v'yemru amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah Mivorach Li'alam Omei Amaya. Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitba'ar V'yitroman V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shmei Dekudusha B'rechu Le'ela Minkol Berchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Da'amiram B'yalma V'yimru Amen. Yehi Shlama Rabbah Minshamaya V'chayim Aleinu V'yakol Yisrael V'imru Amen. Osei Shalom b'mromav. Hu Ya'aseh Shalom. Aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'imru Amen. And now ask everyone to please rise for the Baruch Hu, found on page 39.
You may be seated. With timeless love, you have loved your people, the house of Israel. Ahavat Olam, page 40.
Thank you.
continue now, page 41, with the Shema.
ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברתם בם בשבתך בביתך, ובלכתך בדרך, ושוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך.
We continue silently with the paragraphs on page 42.
Adonai Elohechem emet.
Who is like you, Adonai, among the mighty? Who is like you, adorned in holiness, revered in praise, working wonders? Micha Mocha, page 44. Allow us, Adonai, our God, to sleep peacefully. Awaken us to life, O Sovereign. Spread over us your canopy of peace. Hashkivenu, page 45.
and our children will play. One day, one day, one day. Oh, one day, one day, one day. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'chol mideinu malkeinu lechaim. Hashkiveinu Adonai, Eloheinu leshalom, v'chol mideinu malkeinu lechaim. ופרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך, ברוך אתה אדוני, הפורש סוכת שלום עלינו, ועל כל עמו ישראל, ועל ירושלים.
And now let's continue on top of page 46, Vishamru V'nei Yisrael. now we continue silently with the silent prayer, page 47 through page 52. As we finish our silent prayers, we continue with prayers of peace. Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al kol yoshvei tevel tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al kol yoshvei tevel tasim leolam. Ki ata melech adon lechol shalom. Ki ata melech adon lechol shalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al kol yoshvei tevel tasim leolam. V'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael bechol עת ובכל לשון בשלומך. Shalom Rav al Yisrael amcha tasim leolam. Shalom Rav al kol yoshvei tevel tasim leolam. Baruch atah Adonai
And now we transition from peace to prayer of healing as we offer a prayer for all those who are ill at this time, our family, our friends, members of our community, that they have a refuah shlema, a complete healing of the mind, body, soul, and spirit, as Cantor Goldman leads us in a Misha Barak prayer. Be seated now as we continue with the Kaddish Shalom.
Yitkedov Hashem Rabba Be'alma Divra Kirute Ve'amlich Malchute Be'chayach Konu V'yomechonu V'chay Dechot Beit Yisrael Ba'agala Uvizman Kariv V'yimeru Amen Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Lo Me'amaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitpa'ar V'yitramam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitale V'yitala Shemei Dekudesha Brichu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tushbechata V'nechemata Da'amiran Be'ama V'yimeru Amen Titkabal Sloton Uva Uton Dechol Yisrael Kadama V'chon Devishmaya V'yimeru Amen Yehi Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chayim Aleinu V'kol Yisrael V'yimeru Amen Oh say Shalom B'imrel Mav Say Shalom Aleinu V'kol Yisrael V'yimeru Amen.
Good Shabbos, everyone. So I want to start by thanking our Jewish Federation of Greater Houston for organizing and allowing me and my wife Lisa to go on their recent 2025 community journey to Israel. We are blessed with an incredible federation here, led by Renee Wizig-Barrios and her amazing staff. Let's give them a hand. I know many of them are here tonight. We are very, very blessed. So I thank them for that trip and bringing many Houstonians there for all that they do. But I don't thank them because the trip was so busy, I'm still tired and I'm still sick. The days were packed. I've been blessed to go to Israel many times, but it was the busiest trip I've ever experienced. We spent so much time, incredible time, seeing firsthand the organizations our federation supports, to see how much of a direct impact our community here in Houston is making in the state of Israel. Now, I could spend the next several hours telling you about our visit. Don't worry, I won't. But instead, I want to share 3 stories that I think will give you a good idea of the mood in Israel right now and the impact we here in Houston are making in the state of Israel. Story number 1. I'm sure that if you've been to Israel before, you visited Har Herzl, Mount Herzl. It's the Arlington National Cemetery of Israel. And there you'll see Theodore Herzl's grave, not Ben Gurion, but other people, prime ministers, presidents, and thousands of soldiers who have been killed in the line of duty over the years. It's a place that I have visited many times on my visits to Israel. But what is so challenging now is to go see hundreds of new graves that mark some of the 900 plus soldiers who have been killed since October 7th. It used to be when you went to Mount Herzl, you would see the grave and all there would be was the name of the soldier or the prime minister or the famous Israeli that's buried there. But over the last 10 to 15 years in this different era in which we are living now, each grave is more personalized, if you will. Each grave marking the death of a soldier, friends and family, strangers will place mementos that are more personal to the soldier who was killed. There may be flags or pictures, a banner of their favorite soccer team, pictures of their parents or their siblings or a girlfriend or wife. And we came upon the grave of Staff Sergeant Adi Tzur. Adi was just 21 years old on October 7th, a Golani sniper who rushed to defend Kibbutz Kisafim on October 7th. He was killed fighting to protect others. Now, what made this visit different to his grave as we walked by the thousands of graves and hundreds of unfortunately new ones was that Adi's mother was there, greeting anyone who came by to share his story. And there she had a tape recorder, and she played a recording to our group in English, telling the story of her son's life. His kindness, his interest, his humor, his deep sense of duty. She was telling us about his life. And as her words played through that small speaker, it was as if his spirit hovered over us. First, it was a reminder that his last words on his cell phone to his mother were engraved near his grave. When I felt that I was struggling, he said to his mom, I started helping those who were struggling even more. And then the phone went dead. His mother now told us that she spends time at the grave every day. She's having such a difficult time getting over the grief, welcoming visitors and telling them about her son. She told us people should know who he was, not just how he died, but the type of great young man that he was. Now, our group was planning on doing a memorial service at some point during our visit to Har Herzl. At that point, we knew that we needed to ask her, could we do our service with her at her son's grave? So we prayed, we recited the El Maleh, the memorial prayer, and then we recited Mourner's Kaddish together. It's a moment I'll never forget. Houston and Jerusalem joined through our common unity. Standing there, I thought, and perhaps all of us thought, of the unbreakable spirit of the Jewish people, who live not only in the building of cities or in the strength of armies, but in the courage of a mother, just like many of our mothers here, who tells her stories, her son's story again and again, so we don't forget the tremendous sacrifices her son and so many Israelis have made and continue to make for you and me. There's been so much loss in Israel over the last 2 years. And I like to think that our brief service reminded this mother that she's not alone. That there are Jews as far away as Houston, Texas, who care about her and will perpetuate the memory of her dear son, Staff Sergeant Adi Tzur. Story number 2. In one of our many visits, we visited the Brothers for Life house, a home and a place and an organization founded by wounded IDF soldiers to support one another. Think of the wounded warriors, but for Israeli soldiers. And this incredible organization is for wounded combat veterans run by wounded combat veterans. They're there to support their fellow brothers and sisters recover and adapt to life after being injured. And as you can imagine, the need's never been greater. In the entire history of the state, there's never been more injured soldiers than there are today. Now, of course, Brothers for Life may be familiar to you. We've brought them here twice last year. So when Lisa and I and our group walked in, we were greeted not just by injured soldiers, but by friends. And so many of the wounded soldiers that we brought to Houston this past March. And I have to tell you, it was awesome. Not only to see the brothers that we have helped, but I actually looked kind of cool in front of the group, that these amazing soldiers actually knew me. One veteran told us, quote, "At first, I didn't think I had a future. Then I met others like myself, also injured. Veterans who've been injured before. And these veterans didn't ask what I had lost. They showed me what I can still give." And this organization is helping injured soldiers rebuild their lives so they can get jobs one day, get married, and have children themselves. It was a true miracle that's happening there. Pain turned into purpose, grief into giving. And standing shoulder to shoulder for a group photo, we understood that Israel's recovery is not just about rebuilding structures and roads, it's about rebuilding people. And we again saw firsthand that the need has never been greater. But we are making a difference. And I'm proud to tell you that our Houston Community Federation has given over $150,000 to Brothers for Life. Thanks to the connection we at Beth Yeshurun began, and now it really is a community endeavor. Now, one of the beautiful things that Brothers for Life does is not only helps the soldiers there with rehabilitation, but they have these delegation visits where they bring groups of soldiers to diaspora communities all over the world, not only to build that connection and to show the soldiers that they're not alone, that there are people all over the world that care about them, but it's also part of the healing process, because when the soldiers go, they don't know the other 23 soldiers they're going with, but they become brothers during these visits. They bond with each other. They share stories and interests in what's helping them. So for the last 20 years or so, they've made delegation visits to London, Australia, believe it or not, South Africa, New York, and Los Angeles, but never to the American South until they started coming to Houston. And the wall outside displays a global map of partners, and among them now, Houston is on their map, right on the wall outside the home. And a large group of wounded Israeli soldiers are coming back to Houston this March. I have to tell you that many of them want to come here. After last March visit, when they came here in March, when the weather is great, when we have rodeo, soldier after soldier actually told me they believe Houston is the coolest city in America. I didn't tell them the truth, but I like Houston. But I'm glad they are thrilled to come back. And I want to tell you that this past weekend, 3 of the leaders of a group that is now organizing this upcoming March visit were here in Houston. And so Sunday night, this past week, we gathered at a home of one of our younger members in Matan, one of the soldiers that came here this past March, who was severely injured and now walks with a cane, told us this past Sunday night at one of our members' homes, surrounded by many members and children and 2 other soldiers, he told us what a difference we have made for him. And as we, here in Houston, in seeing that there's a large community here that actually is trying to help him, it's actually helped him in his rehabilitation process. And as he cried, many of us cried as well. And it was nice to know that there is now this organization that has this great tie here to Houston that was continued on the trip and will be continued here this upcoming March. And now my last story, story number 3. The last Shabbat, the last full day of the trip, a small group of us got up early on Shabbat morning and walked from our hotel to the iconic Horva Synagogue in the middle of the Jewish quarter of the Old City. Now, the roots of this synagogue are incredible. They go back to 1700, when a group of Polish Jews came to Israel, settled in Jerusalem, and built a synagogue in what was the time the ancient Jewish section of the old city of Jerusalem. However, this small group of Jews incurred so many debts, the building was soon destroyed by local creditors. And that's why the synagogue got the name Horvah, the ruin. A century later, in 1864, Jews from Lithuania moved to Israel, and they rebuilt the synagogue in the same spot. It stood for nearly 100 years. But unfortunately, after capturing the Jewish quarter during the War of Independence of 1948, the Jordanian Arab Legion blew up the synagogue. It remained a ruin for decades, even after Israel recaptured the old city in 1967 in the Six-Day War. Now, you may remember that ruins there in the middle of the Jewish quarter. I remembered on many of my trips. That was the synagogue with the exposed roof in the middle of the Jewish quarter with that old arch. Finally, the synagogue was rebuilt, completed, and rededicated in 2010. And the restoration was designed to mirror the original 19th century building. And it is a magnificent domed synagogue built in Neo-Byzantine 19th century style. I think our synagogue's beautiful, but this is the most beautiful sanctuary I've ever been in my life. In adding in the meaning that this is the third synagogue built in that spot, at the base of the dome, as you look above, you can see these beautiful murals depicting various holy sites throughout the land of Israel. On your next trip to Israel, it's a sight to see. The sanctuary and the Shabbat service were beautiful enough. But then, at the end of the service, an eight-day-old baby was brought in. At the end of the Shabbat service, there was a bris. The eternal covenant between God and the Jewish people was renewed once again, occurring on the last day of the trip. It was like a Hollywood ending, the celebration of new Jewish life as we were preparing to end our visit. And I asked some of the members, how common was it for a bris to happen on Shabbat? They told us that so many babies are being born, there are several Brit Milah each week, and at least one bris a month on Shabbat. So if you need a job, go be a moil in Israel. My friends, Jewish life is alive and it's thriving in Israel. A week earlier, as we began our journey in Tel Aviv, Colonel Miri Eisen, a frequent guest of Federation trips, opened with a message that would stay with the group throughout the trip. She told us, Israel is a country that for generations has followed the same pattern after they've been attacked by terrorists or foreign Arab armies. This is how they always respond: absorb, adapt, resilience, recover, and then thrive. And her words framed everything we saw. Israel, she explained, is not a traumatized nation. It's a nation that has been exposed to trauma, but has chosen to deal with it positively, not through despair, but through determination, through rejuvenation, through renewal, just like the Jewish people. Because throughout the ages, we Jews don't give up. We don't remain victims. There's no victim culture in the Jewish tradition. We stay determined, so we always end up thriving. Perfectly captured by witnessing a bris in the rebuilt Horvah synagogue. Absorb, adapt, resilience, recover, and then thrive. The perfect blessing to take home from our trip. And as our journey ended, 40 members of our community carried to our home the stories, the strength, and the faith that we witnessed. Reminders that the Spirit of Israel continues to inspire. Every stop we made, from Sderot and Nir Oz to Mount Herzl and the Kotel, taught us that Israel's story is not only survival, but determination. Because we met the Israelis, fellow Jews, People had every reason to turn inward, yet chose to build, to help, and to believe in tomorrow. My friends, I encourage all of you to go visit soon, because I believe you may be more inspired than ever before. Because the encounters we experienced, I believe, gave a new meaning for myself, and I think all of us, to Am Yisrael Chai, the people of Israel will live. Shabbat Shalom. And now we're ready to return to our prayer books, as I want to invite our very proud parents to open the Ark for the Aleinu, page 56.
Seated. At Beth Yeshua, our hearts are especially with those who have lost loved ones in recent weeks, particularly the families of Harry Melnick, Stephen Neil Zimmerman, Robert Howard, Bob Levy, Martha Ellern Clashman, and Marcia Pappert. If you are in mourning or if you are currently observing a yard site, I do invite you to rise to join me on page 58 for the Kaddish Yatom, the Mourner's Kaddish. Yit Gadal v'yit Kadash Shemei Rabbah Be'amad Yivrach Yorteh Ve'amlich Malchuteh B'chayechon V'yomechon Uv'chei Dechol Beit Yisrael Ba'agala V'izman Kari V'imru Amen Yehei Shmei Rabba Mevorach Le'olam Almei Almaya Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitba'ar V'yitromam V'yitnaseh V'yitadar V'yitaleh V'yitalal Shmei Dekudesha B'richu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata V'shirata Tush Bechata V'nechemata Da'amiram Be'alma V'imru Amen Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'chaim Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen Oseh Shalom B'mrumav Hu Ya'aseh Shalom Aleinu Ve'al Kol Yisrael V'imru Amen. You may be seated.
So we have two anniversaries to celebrate this evening. So first, celebrating their high anniversary, their 18th anniversary, Rachel and Ian Hartman. There. We're very fortunate. Rachel is one of our program associates and does so much for our community. And Rachel and Ian, as you celebrate 18, I know what brings you the most pride this past year is your 3 children. Ari, a 10th grader at Emory, is a 3-sport athlete. And you're looking forward to celebrating your son, Noah, becoming a bar mitzvah next month. And you're very proud of your youngest daughter, Sarah, who does competitive gymnastics and has won many medals this past season. May your children continue to bring you only blessings as you celebrate this wonderful milestone and many more to come. Happy 18th anniversary. Mazel tov. And celebrating their 46th anniversary, Mark and Marlene Finkelstein. And of course, a wonderful blessing, and I see many of them here tonight, is that 4 of your daughters, 4 son-in-laws, and 7 grandchildren all live here in Houston. And Marlene, you recently celebrated a birthday on a girls' trip with your daughters to Vegas to see the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. So that you can say now that you've fully lived. And may God continue to bless the 2 of you with only blessings, family and friends and health as you celebrate 46 years of marriage. Mazel tov. So just a few announcements I want to share with you. Our elementary school kids, we have a wonderful Havdalah and movie program next Saturday night from 6 to 8. We'll celebrate Havdalah with Rabbis Ford and Mendelson. There's a nice dinner and a movie and ice cream sundae bar. You just have to go to our website to RSVP kids ages kindergarten through 5th grade next Saturday night. Rabbi Mendelson is offering a new program called Torah on Tap for our young adults. And the first program will be at Drop at the Creator on Thursday night, November 13th. And the first round of appetizers is on the synagogue. It's a chance to get to know Rabbi Mendelson, for our young adult community, for young adults to get together. It's the beginning of a new program, and I hope all of you can come. We have 2 very important speakers coming up. We have former Ambassador Yoram Ettinger, who was speaking here at Beth Yeshurun on Monday night, November 17th. Many of you may remember Ambassador Ettinger. He was the Israeli ambassador here and the consul general many years ago. He'll be speaking on U.S. foreign aid to Israel, a bonanza to the U.S. taxpayer. And then on Monday night, December 1st, we're welcoming Haviv Rettig-Gur, one of my favorite Israeli commentators. His topic will be, is there still a single whole Jewish people? So for security purposes, we ask you to RSVP online beforehand. You don't want to miss either of these speakers. We have many exciting programs coming up. Rabbi Ford is starting a new parenting workshop. Rabbi Mendelson has upping class with Hanukkah. Rabbi Goldman just started her Lunch and Learn class. There's still room to join about prayer. And now I want to turn the floor over to our congregational president, Micah Kessler.
We have a saying in my family, which is, the next time we speak, it mustn't be about money. And so it brings me joy that this is the finish line for our High Holiday Appeal. But I wanted to take this opportunity for a couple thank yous. First of all, to the community. For the purposes of keeping all of this going, a very healthy goal of $400,000 was set, which was much more than we had raised ever before in the past. And we exceeded that goal. So we raised, particularly with the help of Meredith Siegel, our Director of Development, we raised $430,000 for the Beth Yeshurun community. To answer, and a majority of that money has already been received. Those are pledges. By all means, make your payments whenever. You'll get a statement. In particular, we were trying to achieve a goal of getting 10% more Jewish. In fact, we are 14.4% more Jewish relative to last year, judged financially speaking, although the non-financial is obviously more important. We have, and of course, a record 108 members of the Tzedakah Society, which is really very, very impressive, over a high of 76 last year. So thank you. Thank you for coming out. Thank you for all of your support. There's a great number of things. We do these announcements, and sometimes people are like, oh, there's too many announcements. Well, it's a great opportunity to get everybody. I want to point to a few other places where you can see these announcements, because we want everybody to know about these incredible programs, but sometimes we don't learn about them. So I want to emphasize a couple things. I want to emphasize that if you take this home, on page 6 of this bulletin we get, all of these are listed and more, the ones we left out in order to save some time right now. On top of that, there's a website with a wealth of information and a calendar. There's a weekly mailing that includes links to all of this. And what we want you to do is make sure that you're taking advantage of these resources. We're doing our very best to make sure that you understand that there's a lot going on here almost every day of the week, and we want you to take advantage of it and take advantage of everything that we're offering. Right now, also, something very important that we're doing is this food drive. Through our partnership with Kids Meals and Search, we're working together to fight hunger across Houston. So far, over 2,500 pounds of food has been donated through Beth Yeshurun. You see right outside of Friedman Levitt here and over in the administrative wing, there's places to give this food. If you're coming to the bar mitzvah tomorrow, please bring non-perishable goods and add to this. We've extended it. Obviously, right now is a particularly important time. Everybody knows that. So take advantage of that. Use your relationship with Beth Yeshurun in order to accomplish that. This has been extended all the way through Thanksgiving, through November 30th. And so we'd love for you to use coming to Beth Yeshurun as a way to help. As with every weekend, we have multiple services to choose from. Tomorrow, you can, our museum minion will start at 9:30 in Riches over there in the school. And of course, the chapel service will start at 8:30 tomorrow morning right here in the chapel. And I will give it back to Rabbi Strauss.
All right, thank you, Micah, and your wonderful leadership in helping us do so much. And of course, working with Meredith and many other leaders for the record high holiday appeal. Thank you. And last but certainly not least, a special mazel tov and congratulations to our Benot Mitzvah, to Lexi and to Devin. Mazel tov. You guys did a great job tonight, and it's nice to see so many of your family members here and friends. We have a lot to celebrate tomorrow morning. You guys officially become Benot Mitzvah in our Bark Sanctuary, beginning at 9:30 a.m. We look forward to that service. And so I want to call upon all your friends that are here, and your cousins, and your siblings, and all our children to come up to the Bima and to help Cantor Goldman conclude our service. And as our sons and daughters come up to the Bima, let's bless our sons with the words we say every Shabbat, every Friday night, Yisimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim ke'Menashe. May God bless our sons like Ephraim and Menashe. And for our daughters, we say Yisimech Elohim ke'Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah. May God bless our daughters like Sarah, Becca, Rachel, and Leah. And may God bless all of our children with peace always. And let us say Amen. And now please rise.